Yo, what's up guys? It's that time of the year again. The new TCG banlist is coming up April 1st, 2015. Keep in mind, these are just my thoughts on a possible upcoming banlist. It's perfectly fine if you have another opinion, so please guys, keep the discussion clean and a healthy one. Okay, before I start off, we know that ever since Konami took over from Upper Deck Entertainment a few years ago, the banlist isn't 100% focused on making the competitive part of the game a healthy one. I think we can all see that it has evolved to heavily promote upcoming sets, new booster packs and promote upcoming sales rather than fully solve the problems in the current metagame. Sure, big problems or big problem cards or decks might get hit, for example spellbooks with Spellbook of Judgment for example, but yeah, that's not always the case. So with this in mind, let's start off with the cards that might be banned for April 1st, 2015. The first card, Djinn Releaser of Rituals. From pretty much all the latest deck profiles from YCS Prague, almost every Necros player mentioned the Djinn Releaser of Rituals, that it should be banned for the upcoming format. They mentioned that the Djinn lock is a huge issue in today's format, especially in the Necros mirror match, that when you don't draw your answers, as in Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse or Raigeki, you'll lose the game. GG, well played, right? Today's format has a few similarities with the Dragon Rules format last year, with people siding out the problem cards. Back then it was Return from a Different Dimension and Sixth Sense. Players sided them out for game 2 and 3 and left them face up in the extra deck. In today's format, the same happens with the Djinn, although the recent Hoban incident, Patrick asking his opponent to take out the Djinn, but Patrick having a second copy of it in its extra deck, or in its side deck, so he would just side deck the second copy back in. I'm not going to talk about that, but that's something you shouldn't be doing. The second card is Snatch Deal. Snatch Deal might have a chance to get hit on the list again. One of the European Konami representatives mentioned a few months ago that they brought back Snatch Deal just to test, to see what the impact would have, what impact Snatch Deal would have on today's format. And it sure was a big one. Now, is Snatch Deal going to get banned again? It's possible, but not 100% sure. Then the cards that might go to 1. Let's take a look at, first, pretty much the best deck in today's format, Necros. In the OCG, the deck got slaughtered quickly after a few months. Manju, Senju, Unicorn and Preparation of Rites were all hit to slow down Necklots. Although that was the OCG, and due to the separate ban list, we might not get the same changes and hits to weaken the deck, if they are going to weaken the deck, that is. There's no question about it. The Necros deck has to be hit in some way. The deck is far too consistent in comparison with other top tier decks. The earlier mentioned cards definitely have the potential to get hit for our TCG list, so mainly Manju and Senju, pretty much the Stratos of the deck. Preparation of Rites next to Manju and Senju are the biggest candidates to take a hit in some way. I'm not seeing them hitting Necros cards. Again, keep in mind of possible future reprints. Imagine how big the sales are going to be if they reprint a card like Necros of Brionek. It's all speculation of course, but I think we can all agree that Necros has to be weakened in some way. Then you have Glyforts, currently pretty much the best deck that can use or abuse the Pendulum mechanic at its full force. Just like with Necros, I don't see them hitting any Glyfort themed card, so mainly I'm looking at Scout here, pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. Sacrifice, might have a possibility though, but I'm not sure about that. But the card that might get touched is Skill Drain. This is one of the few cards in today's format I'd like to see get hit in some way. It's definitely a problem card. The other Floodgate card, Vanity's Emptiness, also has a slight chance to get hit, especially now after it has been mass released. But it seems that Emptiness is just a necessary evil for the game, to keep certain decks in check. like for example Necros. As much as I don't like cards that don't let the opponents play Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Floodgates have been pretty huge during past few formats. It's sadly a necessary evil for our game at the moment. Then we have the deck that was a bit under the radar during the last European YCS, but took the event by surprise, Burning Abyss. I don't see them hitting the deck too much. People are mentioning Tour Guide, a big tutor of the deck. Yes, that might be possible, but seems a bit unlikely. Lake is also an option, but I don't see them hitting that card either. The third option is Dante, but I'll come back to that in a moment. The last cards that might come back off of the ban list are the older cards that got the errata in the new Gold Series set. You know, Return of the Bling, I believe it's called. Cards like Crush Card, Ring of Destruction, Chaos Emperor, and so on. Although I think only Crush Card is confirmed for the moment. But yeah, they definitely have a chance to come back in our game. I personally think it's a very shitty idea, like ruining older cards to bring them back to the game, but yeah, with all due respect, of course, but I'm not a fan of this concept. Next, the cards that might go to 2 for the upcoming April 1st format. We return to Burning Abyss, Dante. Next to Tour Guide and Lake, Dante seems to be the card that, if you want to hit Burning Abyss, that might take the first hit. Slow down the deck, triple Dante wall, bypass that. It's definitely a possibility getting, or at least Dante taking a small hit to 2. Then the other two cards are first of all Book of Moon. Book of Moon is a card that has been on my list ever since it got limited to 1. It's a very versatile card, very skillful to use. It can be used both offensive and defensive. Technically it's a -1, but it's again a very fair card. The other card is Monster Gates. It's possible, but only mainly looking here for Infernoids, the Tuner and so on. But yeah, Monster Gates is unlikely, but it deserves a mention here. Last, the cards that might come off of the ban list, Gorse, which is currently at 3 in the OCG, I think. Once this card had a huge impact on the game, now it has fallen off of the radar. I'm completely fine with Gorse returning, or Gorse at 3. Then we have Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer is also a card that was put to 1, then back to 2, then back to 3, then back to 1 or 2. It seems that the card keeps rotating on every ban list, so at the moment I'm currently fine with Chaos Sorcerer at 3. Same for Chaos Sorcerer, you have Goyo Guardian. Again, this card was banned some time ago, but I think it's perfectly fine that Goyo Guardian comes back to 3. I don't see any harm in this one. And last, we have Heretic Seal of Convocation. With the upcoming release of Dark Matter, Heretics might get this boost. Again, we are not sure that it's going to happen, but it definitely has a chance though. Then two cards, some honorable mentions, cards that I didn't mention on the list, but that can be mentioned in these kind of Banlist Prediction videos. First of all, we have of course Strato Switch. A lot of players are liking Stratos to come back. Some people really don't like Stratos to come back. Again, as like every list, I don't see Elemental Hero Stratos coming back to our TCG metagame, sadly. The second one is Heavy Storm. Again, a very, very big card. Next to Heavy Storm, maybe Harvey's Feather Duster, but more focused on Heavy Storm here. I, again, don't see Heavy Storm coming back. Again, it promotes heavy OTKs or something like that, but maybe people are fed up with the format of, like I said, 3 or 4. Summon my monsters at 3 or set 4. It's again, it might be a necessary evil, and Starlight Road is also going to get reprinted, I think, in one of the new sets, Return of the Bling, I think. So it's possible that Heavy Storm might see a chance of coming back to the game, but I think it's very unlikely. So guys, again, if you have any opinions on your own ban list, any changes, cards you would like to see hit, or should come off the ban list, you can always leave them down below. Thanks for watching. Again, keep the discussion a clean and a healthy one, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead them Sani out. Peace.